Ever wonder what your day would be like with Boom Radio? Yep, us too. We don't think about nightmares.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the boombar. Okay, you need to rearrange that. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the boombar right here on your Boom Radio and G. My name is, please don't have me speaking bad English in this space. My name is Sola Dolupo. Bidjo, warm welcome to the bar this very interesting afternoon. It promises to be very, very interesting. And my name is Sola Dolupo. This is SR trying to fix something. But starting first, drums rolls, please. The president is back, or they say he's back. Because don't you think it's funny as well? Like we didn't how do I say it now? You don't hear anything about. Normally, there's always this huge publicity. All we saw was press statement that the president is back.
My microphone is still off.
Oh.
Well, for me, there's no drum rolls whatsoever. They don't deserve no drum rolls for disappearing from a job and appearing just when you want, without any explanations that you're supposed to get a drum roll at all. No drum rolls, please. we are at a place where policies are being pronounced. Tempers are flaring, and the person who got the job is nowhere to be found, and he's getting drum rolls. Nah, drum rolls from Dolupo, knocks from me.
Yes, coming is back. At least.
What difference does that make to me now? In his absence, they're dropping terrible policies here and there. So in his presence, we
don't know what's going to happen. So anyway, we'll see where that is going. But we're going to be talking a bit of, there's a bit of back and forth with the Binance issue. What's the word now? The detained Binance executives. We're going to be talking a bit about that also. This cybersecurity levy, it seems to still be gaining a lot of ground. A lot of people are still talking about it. There are a few updates.
Like they should.
There are a few updates on that. Also, before we came right on the show, apparently there's still talks of demolition issues going on in Lagos. A lot of people going back and forth. A lot of people posting some documents that the commissioner has a few things to say about. There are other few people that went to go and check out the place. If time permits us, we would get to that as well. The Senate also.
It's now a tourist attraction.
Yeah, seems to be.
The mandate demolitions. Maybe they should start charging a gate fee.
A gate fee to see what's happening there. I mean, since everybody wants to go there. There's a few updates from the CBN. The CBN also is, it looks like it's a daily thing now. Back to back to back to back. They're releasing a few things. We're going to be talking about that also. EFCC too is a bit in the news, and back and forth there's a bit of sport news and a bit of world news as well. So if time permits us, as time goes on, we will get through to all this. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. Now, starting from the issue with Binance. Now, according to Binance, the executives are claiming that the Nigerian government is asking or demanding for a $150 million bribe to release its executive that is being
Yeah, that headline is a tad bit off, though. That story broke on Bloomberg. And, in that story, they're talking about unknown people as against the government. The government wants to find them officially.
Officially, yeah.
And they're saying that some unknown people approached their people when they came to Nigeria for that meeting and asked them to pay some kind of
yeah, because
bribe.
I think that they're fined up, I think, about $10 billion or something.
They're going to be fined some billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And there's the allegation that some unknown people said, pay $150
and
million and we'll make this problem go away. The same Binance people, the two of them, one of them escaped with the collusion of Nigerians also, which obviously means that they might have paid some money for that to have happened.
Might?
Yeah. Because there's no concrete proof yet.
True, sir.
So they might have paid some money. However, rather than get mad that they said government or unknown people are asking Binance for a bribe to make these problems go away, let us stay focused on the possibility of these things rather than the impossibility. Because I've seen a lot of reactions. People are taking it like, oh, they're not slighting you, except you're the one that went to ask for a bribe or if someone related to you did that. What they're talking about is a possibility. We know how it is. It happens everywhere. You see it even on the street, even on the road. Oh, expired driver's license. Someone says, okay, we bring X amount and go. So we cannot say that this story is unfounded or is a lie.
Yeah.
But the fact that it came out, for me, is a good thing.
It's how would we say it? It's a possibility. Let's put it, yeah, 100%. It is a possibility. So I don't think that a lot of people should be on the defensive on this. I'm sorry, it might sound funny, but with the way Nigeria is set up, I'm sorry, I don't think that it is out of place to hear this kind of thing. It's sad, but it is what it is. Now, the House of Reps have now refuted these claims, and they're saying that they're not just only investigations into Binance is just not going on. They're also looking at investigating how the other guy escaped from custody. I was going to say that I thought that I think the National Security Advisor talked about something like that a while ago. If I'm correct.
Yeah. You are just waiting for the response.
He
we have not heard anything.
He had talked about it because the honest truth is that allegations or not, this person didn't do this thing by himself. He's not a Nigerian. For you to leave Nigeria and go all the way to Kenya, it means that you had passed a specific border in Nigeria. So, and you can't do it all by yourself. It's not possible. So whether you like it or not, and he said it was when he went to pray or something, it was a well thought out plan. It definitely was a well thought out plan. I don't think that he just felt that Interpol would probably be that fast. To be honest with you, even personally, I didn't even think that this person would have been caught that fast.
I was hoping it would because, once Interpol gets involved, it's harder for people to skip from border to border, except it really goes dark. You understand? So, contrary to your fears, I was actually expecting it to happen. Like, he can't get far. But if it was us alone, we're trying to.
Oh God!
Then there would be.
Then there will have been problems, Abby. But anyway, so okay, so it looks like Rivers Assembly and Mr. Fubara, they're not stopping anytime soon. But anyway, so the House of Reps is really going in on this. I really hope that they press on the Nigerian security authorities, people that are involved or were involved in this this person's disappearance definitely need to be called out. They need to be brought to the fore, and so that other people will realize that these things you can't just do these things and go scot-free.
Again, the same crypto exchange has issues in so many countries. But we've not heard them. We've not heard them accuse anybody in any of those countries of an attempted bribe. The more reason why I feel that some unscrupulous Nigerians who had access to these guys have actually asked them for money. You know,
I agree.
And up to the tune of $150 million, you know, which is chicken feed compared to the billions that the Nigerian government is asking for. However, who are these people? These unknown people, who do they represent? Are they actually working for the government in disguise? Or are they just some people who are in law enforcement? Or are they lawmakers who had access? We need to find out. Do we really, really want these things to stop? Do we really want to limit these things? We must find out. But there's a lot of collusion going on. There's a lot. And this might be a good chance for us to really...
Yeah, maybe bring a lot of things to fore.
Yeah.
It definitely is it. So we'll definitely bring updates on this Binance issue. So as time goes on, as more news come out of this, we definitely will talk about it. Now, let's move on from that, and let's go on to the issue of cybersecurity thing. So maybe before we go on to that, there are a lot of things that the CBN has released between yesterday and today. First things first, they have directed banks to hold charges on deposits till September. So this is basically on cash deposits.
Again, the government, you know, this is linked to the next story, right? Or we should just wait for that. I'm glad that they've posted it, so I'll wait for the other headline.
So this is basically just about cash deposits. They're just basically giving people a leeway between now and September, so you can go and put in your cash deposits. And the honest truth is that because of this levies, a lot of people probably might find it difficult to want to deposit their money in the bank and all that, which should be a safer option though. But anyway, this is the time to go and put your money in the bank. They're not collecting money for you for it. Now, the CBN has now announced, and I think this is very important, so people will know where to put their money and where not to put their money. The CBN had put out on their official website banks, deposit money banks that are licensed in the country. So they released a list, and first, banks with international authorization in the country include Access Bank, Fidelity Bank, First City Monumental Bank, that's FCMB, First Bank, Guarantee Trust Bank, United Bank Africa, that's UBA, and Zenith Bank. Commercial banks with national authorization include the Citibank Nigeria Limited, Eco Bank, Heritage Bank, Globus Bank, Keystone Bank, Polaris Bank, Stanbic IBTC Bank, Standard Chartered Bank, Sterling Bank, Titus Trust Bank, and United Bank of Nigeria, Unity Bank, Wema Bank, Premium Trust Bank, and Optimus Bank.
In short, all the banks in Nigeria.
No. Commercial banks with regional licenses are Providus Bank, Paralex Bank, SunTrust Bank, and Signature Bank. And then there are a few others who are non-interest banking sector. I'm guessing that's the Islamic bank people. That's the Jais Bank, Taj Bank, Lotus Bank, and Alternative Bank Limited.
Those are the kind of banks I want to bank with, actually.
Okay.
Honestly, you know, these guys are doing banking with a human face. The banks have become, they've always been, not like they've become, they've always been some kind of one-way conduit for siphoning funds out of people's pockets. For the past couple of weeks now, if not months, I keep getting debit alerts from GT Bank saying telecoms something.
There's always something or other. Sorry, hold on thought. BT616 says, should Nigeria introduce capital punishment to fight corruption?
100.
Yes.
100.
I think so too.
100 for me. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yes.
Steal people's money Because the sad part with corruption, or especially corruption when it comes to government, is that is commonwealth. It's not just about one person's money and moving. It is people's commonwealth that you're spending or you're stealing, pretty much. So yes,
I'm chomping at the bits.
You probably deserve death.
I'm glad that BT616 brought this up. A few months ago, some men stole a bike in Ekiti State, and they were arrested. I think they were sentenced to death or something.
Yes, yeah, they did.
Bike. All you need to do is do a quick Google search. And last week, the EFCC mentioned that they're probing about 80 governors or so. Past governors. There's a long list of governors that they're probing.
Shout out to you, governors.
Do you understand? Yeah, a long list. Maybe it's 40 or 60 or 80
Sadly,
or something.
it's not a new thing. It's a bad thing, but it is what it is.
Now, some of those governors have been prosecuted and actually sentenced. I know of 2.
And they've been pardoned.
And they were alleged to have stolen billions. So wait, a man steals a bike, or a group of men steal bikes, and they are sentenced to life or death?
Can I stop you?
Yeah, say it.
In this country, just have money.
But it's sad. Do you understand?
So, of course it's sad. But
what you said is what it is, but it is sad.
Have money.
So when BTC says, should Nigeria introduce capital punishment to fight corruption? Yes. Because you already have...
There's already just going
punishment
to be
for lesser crimes.
Yeah, there's just going to be...
I know that crime is crime.
No,
but there are lesser crimes.
There are lesser crimes.
A man stole a bike, motorbike.
How much is the old bike? Even tell him to pay the money.
And it's going to be in jail like forever, or be killed. And people are stealing billions over and over again, collecting bribes from foreign nationals. And guess what? They do a plea bargain.
Yeah,
and Nigeria's giving plea bargain a bad name. Nigeria's plea bargain is, how much did you steal? He stole 400 billion. Okay, if you bring back 200 billion, we'll leave you alone. That is it.
Because the problem is...
So, Dolupo's mantra.
It's not Dolupo's mantra.
Okay.
Don't give me a bad name.
Dolupo's assertion.
Don't give me a bad name.
I just said
assertion. I just said it. It's
not only... What she's saying is still big money and return small.
The honest truth, though,
that's what she's saying.
Is that...
And that's what's happening.
It's something that I say a lot. But the honest truth is, even if you are going to... It might sound sad, but... What is worth doing at all is worth doing well. So that...
Please, this is a public service announcement. At this point,
I'm just saying...
This is not even Dolupo's opinion.
Wait, you didn't even let me finish.
I cannot let you finish. I can't let you finish something that will come and bite you in the behind.
What I mean is that because of Nigeria's way, the way Nigerian system is, so that by the time you are caught, at least, I'm not saying you should do it but if you are going to, or if you can sleep well at night, if you're going to do it, like Esra said, you can go into some plea bargain. You said it. You said it.
I didn't say or said.
You said it.
Oh, Lekubami, I said that Dolupo's mantra is already in action and in play.
I'm just saying.
This is the crux of it. This is the bane of our development. This is why a lot of things are not working in our country, Nigeria, and not just Nigeria, in Africa at large. If you go around, you will see it is happening all over Africa. People have access to government funds. They have access to power. They misuse it, and there are no consequences. None.
I think that it makes it worse. It is sad, but... So anyway, back to what he said. Yes, do I think there's capital punishment? It's nice if there'll be capital punishment, but the issue is who will get punished. That's where... Because it's not about it's even with the laws that we have now, they're pretty steep. But...
They're not steep.
who's getting punished. People went to jail. We were right here when governors were sentenced to like 20 years in jail. And then a presidential council, or what do they call themselves?
It wasn't up to 20 years. Was it up to 20
even
years?
if it's, let's even say it's not 20 years, at least let them even go to the jail and finish.
But
the
the person that stole bike should die. The person that stole phone.
I'm not saying it's right.
The person that stole phone should be locked up for life.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that even if when they get the convictions, at least let them run their course. But no, the state of council or whatever, what do they call themselves? Those old
whatever they are called.
Former presidents and all that came back, and then with less than 2 years that these people are serving, pardon them.
It was on this same planet Earth that the Nigerian governor was alleged to have stolen billions of naira, and he went to court and came back, nothing happened. Then steps out of Nigeria, and bam, he's arrested and jailed. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Guess what? Comes back home, becomes a hero again. I name no names, but these things happen.
It is what it is.
This is the same country where a governor has a perpetual injunction. He cannot be sued. He can't be.
Anyway, we will see where all that is going to. But now, we're still talking about the CBN and a bit of the CBN policies. One of the CBN policies that was announced yesterday that is getting a lot of people talking is the Cybersecurity Levy. Now, there are more updates on it. Like the TUC has now threatened a massive protest that said will shut the Nigerian economy if the federal government failed to cancel the controversial Cybersecurity Levy. Now, what I said yesterday, and I will say it again today. I think that even if the federal government reneges or reverses this thing, sadly there is a law. So if this current federal government does not do it, somebody else might.
Laws can be repealed.
It can be. That's if
laws can be repealed.
That's if it is repealed.
Yes, we can actually go to the assembly and have this law repealed.
Yes. Now, so that's where I'm going to. I feel that
now
the TUC, the NLC, a lot of people that are talking about this thing, a lot of this thing it's almost like is medicine after death. And even if you think you can talk about it now, like you said, repealing the law, the conversation now should now be taken to the National Assembly.
So, Dolupo, I see you're cool with this levy thing, right? This cybersecurity levy.
I'm not cool with it. I'm just saying that we should do a lot of things. Maybe if we are more involved in these processes, we will not get to this place. And then once it's now a law, we are on this table where we say law is law. When we now get to this point, now, like you had said, very interesting conversation. How do we get this law repealed?
Okay, I wanted something clarified so that we do not misconstrue your own stance. Mm-hmm. Your stance is that it is a law.
Yes.
And because it's a law, the law is the law.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's clear. You're not advocating for this cybersecurity.
I'm not advocating for it.
It's the fact that it's already
a law.
So I'm cool with you saying that. I am personally not cool with this cybersecurity levy. I'm not cool with any levy whatsoever beyond even all the taxes that they said they were going to streamline in the first place. Even if they say that it's not going to affect 16 other transactions, your checks and your transfers and blah, blah, blah. I get that. You understand? Remember that we're paying stamp duty already.
Yeah.
Virtually every transaction online is taxed by government.
There's tax on it.
You send money, they charge you. Mm-hmm. You receive money, they charge you. Do you see?
I get your
point.
You
go to POS point to get business done. The POS person also deducts money from your account. Mm-hmm. The bank deducts money from your account. It just looks like at the end of the day, the account holders are at the receiving end. And here we are making noise that people are unbanked. You want everybody to be banked. Now, how do you encourage more people to bring their money to the bank when they know that it's all about charges? I'm not even going to talk about the threat of hackers and people's money being moved from their accounts to accounts that are traceable, but nothing usually happens. These are the ills of the modern day banks. You understand? I am just saying that, again, I was reading something on Consumetrics, a sister company of ours, owned by one of our friends, and they brought out an interesting statistics. Virtually no country in the world is collecting this cybersecurity levy.
But we can also argue.
Also what?
No, we can argue that we are not bound by any country. It's a sovereign country.
So it's about the money. It's about money. It's about saying that the government wants to raise money from the citizens by force. Like, okay, we want to raise money from you, the citizens, and this money we will use it to secure you. Do you understand?
I get it.
And I'm saying that we have a commonwealth. I'm saying that we're in a country that has more gas than she has crude. And we're moving into the decade of gas, like they told us. There's more income coming in. Increase your vote to cybersecurity. Charge the banks and all these people already, because at the end of the day, no, but I am totally against, even if it's 0.00 of the minutest zero levy taken from people to put in a security account for cybersecurity. If the government knows that they cannot be creative by increasing their income or IGR and taking a large chunk of that into security, then they should step aside and let other people who might have an idea do it.
Do it. Okay. So BT616 has a question. Don't they have a legal team that across checks new policies before it is made public? The embarrassment is getting out of hand.
Exactly.
The government will lose this case in court if this new levy is challenged.
Yeah, they will.
It's possible.
They will.
But I just feel that the easier thing to do is engage the House of Assembly.
Yeah, we can engage the House of
It just
Assembly,
makes
but
it
we can
easier.
also decide to actually go straight to court. You know, we the people can actually decide to go to court. We can.
But
That's
you know
what the
that
courts are
even
there
if you
for.
go to court now,
Yes.
there is a law already.
Yes, now, and we will go to the court. It should be the court will now interpret the law, and they will tell us what we can do and what we cannot do.
So they're
Is
just
it not
going to
better?
interpret it.
Listen.
Why not get to the assembly and let it be chalked out?
Listen.
Straight up.
Listen. The courts should be able to mandate them to at some point. But is it not better than people taking to the streets?
I get your point.
Do you hear the threats that the trade union have
I
dropped?
get your point. That's
Let
what I'm
me
saying.
tell you, this government has to be careful. Let me tell you. In the space of 9 months or 10 months, the labor unions have threatened to strike almost 10 times. Let me not exaggerate, 5 times. If you give them a reason to hit the streets, that thing will be hijacked by hoodlums and it will become not a protest but a riot.
So BT616, it says Dolupo, we can get an injunction to halt pending a ruling.
Yes.
I get it, but there will still be a ruling.
Exactly.
So in the space of all that, it's time to the House of Assembly. We were all here when the when the House of Reps came and said that the NERC needs to look into the the tariff increase and all that. These things pass through you people and you agreed to it. The fastest thing you could do is the NLC, the TUC, all these people talking. It is time to go to the National Assembly. This law has to be amended. Simple and short.
Yeah, because again, we must be careful in giving it an air of finality. That this is the end, and because it's a law. That's why we have the judiciary and the legislative arm of government.
Yeah, because
the executive on their own part. This is me calling them out straight up. I get the fact that security is number one on your list. It's on the front burner.
The Peter Man says the House of Rep is a rubber stamp. I beg, find a better option. Call it a rubber stamp. The honest truth,
angle.
call it a rubber stamp, but the truth is that it's even an easier way or a cleaner way for even the government to repeal this law.
Dolupo, me, I'm just saying, Sha, maybe from experience, maybe, having been around not as long as Tokumbo, but at least we did try to. And there are a lot of, when we say they are trigger happy law enforcement, let me make this point, please. They are trigger happy law enforcement people. This is the same way they are riot or happy.
Oh yeah, I get it. But
Dolupo, there was the last protest. The last protest, I engaged someone. At one of the protest centers, and I was asking him, that, what are these issues with the NSAS thing? It was NSAS before it became change of government, and they started making all sorts of demands. So I engaged this guy. We were having this discussion. I said, so what are his own personal experiences? And government is this. At the end of the day, I found a guy who was so vocal,
almost had no idea,
but virtually had no idea why he was out there protesting.
Okay, so Peterman says the same off your mic House of Rep.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's
not this one. No. It was the last
House
one.
of Rep. The House of Rep.
Anyway, but you know that
the person where they say make it off mic, one of the people where they say don't turn to minister now. One will be minister, don't turn to Senate president. Do you see? Olupomitu Jojo was in House of Rep before. He's not a minister. It was around that time that all this wala was happening, and he was on that committee.
It was Akpabio. They said that
he's now said. Look, how can you tell me it's not the same? He's right. It's the same.
I kind of get you though. I kind of get
it's
you.
It's the same.
But I also feel that we should also on the side there's a bit of caution that needs to be done. And why I said so is that I think yes, the government is not reading the room, but I also feel that a lot of people, the trade unions included, are just looking for every excuse. Because if you really look at the law and the amount of people and transactions that are exempted from this cybersecurity levy, you probably can go a year and you will not have any business with it.
Let me point something to you. I wish the government would listen to me.
So I think that people are everybody just,
Dolupo.
you don't remember is the issue with that tariff thing.
Dolupo.
Everybody said that it was.
That's where I was going. I need to point it out to you. There is governance and there is politics. Mm-hmm. The intersection between governance and politics is where we are. And that's why you hear distorted facts, or can I call it agenda?
Yeah.
On the same topic.
Yeah, I agree.
I saw a thread by the Labour Party governorship candidate, about the Mende place. He went there.
He did.
He made videos, did pictures, and he made a lot of allegations.
And I'm wondering,
now,
going as you what capacity?
There are facts and there are opinions.
Yeah.
He's passing off his opinions as facts.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the Labour Party presidential candidate.
Yeah.
Also jumping on this and that and saying some of the things I said. But now I am in alignment with Peter Obi when he says that the economy that is already stuttering is being stretched. You know why? When it is at this point, it is no longer played as governance, it's played as politics. And as a politician, your job is to make the other person look bad.
I get you, but that's what I'm saying. But
please,
if we really look at the facts on ground.
Please. The facts on ground are already on ground. Politicians don't care about that. All they need is sentiment and opinions. And what they are going to do is milk it.
That's
what they are going to do.
I get your point. So maybe the timing wasn't right.
The tariff increase. This is it. They increased tariff for people who enjoy light more than people who don't. They took it from 60 something naira to 220 naira, now 206 naira. But guess what Labour is saying? Labour is saying revert everything back. Meanwhile, you see, the amount that government is spending subsidizing it by paying for gas will reduce if those people can pay for the power that they are enjoying.
They're using.
See now, 3 days here now, like no off.
Because you found band A. Yeah, bully band A. Shout out to you, band A people. BT616 said Chinedu was also a landmark. Shouldn't need to go contest for governor in Anambra. Nah. But I personally think that Gbadebo Revival needs to calm down. Yes, I saw he actually made a video with the landmark thing. He also was at Mindi. And my first question is that in what capacity?
Yeah, it's politics.
There's been a lot of explanations back and forth. I feel that a lot of people choose not to understand what the issue is. Take, for example, I saw someone had posted someone that had a permit and from the government about 16 years ago in that Minde where the house was brought down. No, this was not even Minde. Somewhere, I think it was last year that the house was brought down. And the person just officially posted a title for it this today, actually. I think it was yesterday or today.
Well, title is not permit.
Not permit, actually, by the Lagos State government. And now, apparently, the commissioner now replied the person today and now said that people need to realize that, yes, you were given permission, but there's also a clause in what he posted and that said that you must not exceed it. The minute you exceed the place you're given, your permit is null and void.
That's what it is.
So meaning that the whole thing can come down. I think that a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people are adding politics and agenda and they're adding a lot of politics and agenda into it. Is it good? In the long run, it's going to do more harm than good.
Again, there's a place of sensitization. You know,
yeah.
There's something that the federal government is failing at. They are failing at it. We know it's an existing law. It was promulgated or enacted in 2015. Mm-hmm. It was I can't remember the right legal word now. In 2024, it was upgraded.
Yeah, it was amended.
Amended in 2024. Then, before you start pushing it out, where is the place of engagement?
Yeah.
You can't always use this shock therapy thing because it was a law in 2015. You have to sensitize people. You have to sell the idea to people. You have to get the people's buy-in. I believe that's governance. So, look, it's not everything that is shock therapy. I have removed the subsidy. Okay, we took it. You have floated the dollar. Oh, okay, we took it. Oh, Gaza, please, sir, Mr. President and his team. Carry on when you are along. Be carrying people along. You understand? Look, sensitize them. Sensitize them. Look, this cybersecurity thing, these are the advantages. These are the things that we want to do. We're not going to start it now. We should have started it because it's in the law, but because we want people to get used to the idea. And remember, it will not affect your account. You will do drama. You will do everything. You will call us, the media.
Yeah.
You will pay us to use our platform also. Yes, because that's where we feed from. And people and everybody will sell information out. But you can't just come and think because it's in the... I'm telling you, to govern people, there are times when you use the hard stance, but there are times when you really have to break it down. To be forewarned is to be forearmed.
I totally agree. Anyway, on that note, we're still talking about the House, the National Assembly, where the National Assembly has now launched an investigation into the failure of an $18.5 billion Abuja Centenary Project.
What is the Abuja Centenary Project?
So the Abuja Centenary Project was designated as a free trade zone under the Nigerian Exports Processing Zones Authority, basically. 10 years after the launch of the Abuja Centenary City, supposed to be a city's free trade zone in the Federal Capital Territory. It's supposed to be a public-private project, but after that much money has been put into it, nothing is happening.
Has this money actually been voted and spent, or is just an estimate of what they were supposed to spend?
I think it's an estimate. I think that a few of the monies have been spent already, and what the Senate is saying is that after 10 years, there's still nothing to show for it.
Okay. I'm glad that... I'm sad that it's taking them 10 years. You know, this falls under someone's oversight functions in the House of Reps and Senate. I'm sad that it's taking them this long, you know, to arrive at a point where they're going to maybe probe the thing. But I'm glad that they're finally going to do it.
They're finally going to do it.
We must realize that government and governance is a continuum. And if everybody from the supervisory councillors at the local governments, to the councillors, House of Assembly members, the local government chairman, the governors, all the way to the president. Carry out all their functions as planned. Nigeria and the rest of Africa will move forward in leaps and bounds. But here we are. Some go walk, some no go walk. 1 step forward, 2 steps, 10 steps backwards.
Okay, so BT616 says government investing in a free trade zone. I shake my head. It's a free trade zone like Eco Atlantic.
And that is it. All you can do is designate it and facilitate it. Look at what's happening in that Ekpe axis of Lagos.
Yeah.
Like you pointed out, Eco Atlantic.
It is a free trade zone.
Also, look at the Ekpe axis where they have a free trade zone.
The Dangote refinery is
there.
there.
The deep sea port is there. There are other businesses springing up along that corridor. I have a couple of my friends who went there about 4 years ago to go buy land. They went to take position. Because at some point, Dangote's people will need housing.
Oh, they will.
At some point, the people who are going there to buy and sell will need accommodation.
Yes.
Then the deep sea port and everything. By the time the rail runs through, by the time the coastal road,
it's definitely going to open up.
It's going to open up those places. It's actually all government has to do. You create that enabling environment. But here we are saying that they've spent some money on a so-called...
I will see. We'll see where that is going. But however, the House of Representatives today stepped down the motion on the cybersecurity issues. A Honorable Manu Soro had talked about it, where he was saying that he feels that is ill-timed. And the Speaker had stepped it down and said that there is already a conversation about it with the leadership of the Senate as well. So
whatever they're doing, let them even try to represent the people for once.
We'll see what is what will come out of that. Talking about assemblies, we're going all the way to Rivers State, as the Rivers State Assembly again has passed another law without the governor. They consolidated the Rivers State Local Government Amendment Law number 5 of 2015 and 2023 and number 4 of 2024, and basically they've made it into a unified law. So basically they're making the governor redundant again, and in doing that, the Speaker had already talked about how the governor's comments, remember the governor's comments we talked about yesterday, saying that they would be non-existent without him. And he's saying that, and that was what we said here yesterday, that he has absolutely no legal powers to say that they're non-existent. And it's true. You cannot.
Again, governance and politics.
Sadly, they can impeach you. You can't impeach them. Nobody can impeach them, literally.
Governance and politics. Governance and politics. And at the end of the day, the good people of Rivers State will miss out on a lot of development. And I feel that it's time to really look at the Constitution. Let's look at, the powers and limitations of both arms of government. But I'm afraid for the governor. I am afraid for him that the House is not backing down in any way.
Yeah.
And it's not looking good for him. And how many things can he do with executive
orders? Exactly. How much can he really pull off? It's not looking good.
It's going to be 1 year soon.
Yes, it's going to be 1 year, and then you will need these people to sign a budget. Once you don't sign a budget, it is criminal for you to spend money without signing a budget.
Before the budget itself, it's going to be 1 year this month that all of them took power. Mm-hmm. What would he say he has achieved in a year?
Oh, there's a 20-day celebration.
In Rivers State?
Yes.
What are they celebrating?
Am I Fubara?
Okay.
Anyway, Peter Man said, so Fubara don't fumble into a lame duck. I do not see that one. No.
It's looking like it.
Anyway, the Rivers State chapter of the Association of Local Governments in Nigeria have now petitioned the president, saying that the governor is withholding funds meant for the local government.
Shouldn't they be petitioning the assembly? the National Assembly. Do you understand? Because at this point, this thing is not looking great at all. And again, withholding funds, this is one terrible thing that that governors do. Again, under Buhari, the former President Buhari, there was a time when they said that funding was going to go directly to the local
Directly to them. So
I wonder
they're
what
accusing the governor, saying that the governor was intending to dip hands into the local government funds. So now they're saying that they're asking the president to call the governor to order to forestall a total breakdown of law and order in Rivers State.
All right, you're still watching and listening to the boombar.
This is looking like a law. And remember that a lot of the laws coming from the House of Assembly was about the local government.
Yes.
So it's looking like they are literally taking off his powers off him. It's not making sense. I think that he needs to,
and that's
he needs
why
better advice.
Okay, so you see, look at the structure. I've always complained about the structure of Nigeria's government. The president and his cabinet, you get. Then there's the assembly and there's the judiciary at the federal level. The president knows his limitations. But at the state level, the governors don't.
The governors don't. I think that with the governor...
Wait. In the structure of the state, the local government chairmen are like governors.
Yes.
How many presidents, apart from when Obasanjo did it to Lagos?
You can't even do those things anymore.
You can't do it anymore.
You can't do it anymore. Sorry, before you go on, Chief Nikoko says Fubara is the modern day Oba Agbara Gumi.
Yoruba.
The sad part with it is that how much power does he really have?
Yeah.
How much power does he really have?
Hey, but you see, the powers within the confines of the powers that he has, is the one that organizes the local government elections. Now,
there is now a law that was passed, was it last week or something, that without the signature of the House of Assembly, elections cannot happen. And then, if elections don't happen, they extend the tenure of a local government chairman by 6 months.
So what that means is that at some point, they have to go to court for an interpretation of all these edicts and laws that are being passed. That's what it means.
Do they?
Yes, because he's
the only one that has an issue with it now.
No, but hardly can you do something in isolation of the rest of Nigeria. It's always been a bad thing that governors are the ones that actually organize elections in their states for local governments. Do you understand? And the presidents, they can't do that to the governors. The president cannot withhold their funds. The governors can withhold local government funds. And the local government is the most important arm of government.
We'll see where this is going to, but I'm sorry, I don't think it's looking good for Governor Fubara. Whoever his advisors are, is it Mr. or Doctor? Whatever he's called, Uncle. You need to rearrange yourself. It will really, really help you a little bit. Also, sadly, 3 people died and shop raised as an explosion rocked Ibejuleki area of Lagos State today.
Is there any information update on what caused it?
I will try and get that before, hopefully, if we can get that before the end of the show. We will see what caused it. It's one thing or another. Also wanted to put it out there. Nigerians, we need to be careful at this point, as the Nigerian Meteorological Agency had put out a notice that about 33 states.
Gas. I was suspecting gas.
About 33 states are prone to floods. There are already talks of flood. Plateau State, rains destroyed. About 3 people got injured and hundreds of houses got destroyed in Plateau State. There was that news that popped yesterday. In Kaduna State today, about 1,000 houses got destroyed also due to floods.
And we're still talking about a housing deficit. Now 1,000 houses gone.
1,000 houses destroyed. And that we're looking at least 33 out of 36 states that are of
33 states.
Yes.
So where are the 3 states that are not going to be flooded?
Maybe it's time to go there, Abby. Because forget it. I'm sure Lagos is on top of that list.
At the bottom.
Really and truly, I think that at this point now, people need to please be careful out there. Please stop dumping stuff on in the drains. You might not like Lagos State at the moment.
Stop building on the drainage too. Stop impeding the flow of water.
It's really honestly not looking good, because they're saying that the volume of rains, we're already seeing it in a lot of countries, a lot of continents. Now even in Africa, we've seen Dubai that they never have rain. They're having Kenya is Tanzania, and it's really coming down. Please, we need to do as much as possible. Okay, so Chief Owonikoko says, and the same people that will complain of flooding in Lagos are against the demolition of illegal structures. I didn't mention names though. In brackets, Yemi Alade. Really? Wow. Yeah, you didn't mention it.
He didn't mention this. You're the one that did.
I was just, no.
He said he didn't mention. Abi, he didn't mention. He only put something in brackets.
Oh my God.
We really need to make up our minds if we really want a functional country, or we just like to complain about everything. We must be honest with ourselves.
We definitely have to be basically just saying people need to be careful at this point. Quickly, okay. University in Ekiti State has expelled 2 students after it was seen that they were assaulting a fellow student in a viral video.
These things have been happening for decades and generations and after generation. But you see, now that they have data and camera, game over.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch that people can just...
How they even decide to record their crimes, because you're actually committing.
They don't have sense, Abby.
Is what beats me. But again, why is it going to end at them being dismissed? This is enough evidence to actually have them persecuted. They have committed one crime or the other.
Yes, you can't put hands on people. That's an assault. Yeah, they're saying. So now they're saying that the Students' Disciplinary Committee have now expelled these people with immediate effect.
You have a comment.
I do?
No, we have a comment.
Okay, so Peterman says, by the way, when you depopulate your wonderful Lagos, I beg, don't bring them to my state too. We don't want deportees in Ogun State. Thank you. Wow.
There's another
but
one.
There's a lot of people that are going to move to Ogun State though.
There's another one.
BT616, thank you, Ogbeni Peter. We also reject them in your states. They can go to Ekiti.
Why?
Excuse you.
Why?
Excuse you. I take exception to that.
Why?
I take exception to that.
Why are you?
You can
like this?
You can take them further up.
To where?
Ondo States.
Are you looking for trouble right now?
I'm just saying.
We don't have space in Ondo. I donate them to Oshun. I think Oshun has...
Oshun already got some.
And they can take more. They have already said the president.
They already said the president.
They should not stop now.
They have the space. But honestly...
Ekiti has rejected though.
Thank you, Chief. Oh God, I knew that, we get it. I knew that we understand ourselves. Thank you very much. We reject his space. Thank you very much.
Oshun is not represented.
It's not represented.
God forgive each and every one of you. But it's a thing that we joke about. But really and truly, we need to work on housing. Mm-hmm. There has to be some mass housing.
I think it's not just done. It's not just housing alone. I think that
I was trying to say that, and it has to be spread so that we can stem the tide of rural urban migration.
People don't need to be moving.
I was telling Tokumbo something yesterday that I've had this idea since I was 19 of how even states that are thriving should go and develop states that are not. You might think it doesn't make sense.
Have they finished developing them?
It's an investment. It's an investment. It's an investment.
Okay, so quickly before we go, They're saying that the UN has now proclaimed May 25th as World Football Day.
They thank you and we thank them. But what difference
does it make?
But thank you anyway.
Anyway, the Olympic flame has officially arrived France.
No.
Olympics
is it not going to go round?
Yeah, it's going round different states and provinces in France. But
it's not coming to Africa.
As what now?
That's how they used to do it now. They used to carry it around the world.
I don't know yet. Anyway, Chief Odikoko says on a serious note, the future of Lagos is for the rich and the middle class. You can run trains from Ogun State, Songwater for the poor and lower middle class to leave and come to work in Lagos. I think I agree with you. I think that maybe not totally, but the way Lagos is going, where Lagos is going, the lower class will probably be moved into the very far areas around.
It's gentrification. It's happening all over already. So he's actually being futuristic about it, but it's already happening. So he's right.
It is. It definitely is right.
We just don't like if they say rich and poor, but it's actually
it is what it is. It is what it is exactly. Okay, now Borussia Dortmund had officially defeated PSG to qualify for UEFA Champions League finals at Bentley. BT616 says, "Come to Africa, okay, so they can steal it. Please do."
But they brought it before now. They brought the Olympic flame before.
You people are mean. Anyway, Peterman says people live in New Jersey and work in New York. I agree with you. I'm very sure right now. Take for example, I'm sure the people that live in Ogun State that get on the red line.
When it starts, they will get on it. Be patient.
No, from Agbado now. The one coming from Agbado.
It hasn't started now.
Though there's one red line has not started.
It hasn't started. Be patient.
I thought they started it already.
Be patient. You would have started seeing videos. Trust me, you know.
So what did they do that time?
Red line, they did a test run and they've not started.
I thought they did.
They've not.
Anyway, Sha, you shall get what I'm saying. So basically, going back to what we're saying, Borussia Dortmund has officially qualified for Champions League final.
Don't gloss over that story before you move. I know we have time constraints. The story that I want to play up is the story of the coach, Edin Terzic. The last time that they were at this stage or they were playing, he was a feeder team coach for them and a scout. And he sat in the stands watching. And now at 42, he's taking them to that level. He's been a fan all his life. He's been a Dortmund fan all his life. And, you know, nobody thought he could do it. And now he's going to the Champions League final. He's going to London, baby.
Yeah, so today we're going to be seeing who is going to join them at the finals. It's going to be quite interesting. Real Madrid and Bayern Munich will be playing today at 8 p.m. Keep in mind, it's still a 2-2 aggregate right now, so anything is possible. It's anybody's game at the moment.
So are we going to have an all-German final, or are we going to have Madrid in another final?
We'll see.
And will Ancelotti win another one? There's a comment from Peterman about the
Okay, Peterman says, started what? Our governor Dolupo did not build his own part of the train line.
He hasn't started.
It's time to be going, because you people will cause some trouble.
But it's facts. It's facts.
Oh, God. Peterman says, blue line is supposed to go to Agbara, purple line is supposed to go into Redeem, and red is supposed to end in Ewekoro. All in Ogun. But we But you have a governor.
Yes, we get your message.
And it's time to go. It's time to go. Let's be going. Anyway, on that note, that is all we take today on the bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you very, very much for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. West African time to give you another wonderful edition of the bar. Goodbye. Bye.